Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Mykel Ryan and I'm the creator of Pokémon Regions on Instagram and Twitter. In today's video, I will not only be featuring a bunch of my own new designs for the Fyrún region, but a bunch of yours as well. As a lot of you know, I announced a Pokemon Forge Form fan art contest a couple weeks back, where you can create and submit your own Forge Forms, where I would feature them on Instagram and, as promised, a YouTube video. Here we are. And I was blown away, not only by your artwork, but your creativity and ideas, and just by the amount of people who participated. I really didn't expect that kind of turnout, but I'm very pleased to see that the new mechanic has really gone over well with so many of you and inspired you. I hope you guys had as much fun creating those Forge Forms as I do creating my own, and I cannot wait to show off all the Forge Forms in this video. Anyways, we're going to start off by going into the Forge Forms for the 3 Pokemon I introduced last week, all of which being slasher types, particularly swords, as we haven't really seen any sword Forge Forms yet. I really like these designs, and I can't wait to see what you guys think, so let's dive into that real fast. Let's start things off with Chillings's Forge Form. As I'm sure you can tell, it is a sword and of the slasher type. It incorporates the fur or sweater-like patterns from both Grumper and Chillings's designs. It also features Chillings's signature wispy phantom bell at the hilt, which resembles its face and tail. Since Chillings's coloring is so dark, it was very important to feature more of the white from the design to help break it up. The spooky bright green color found in its eyes was also exaggerated within this design to help as well. If you look extra carefully at the end of the blade, it is shaped like a bell, as that is the key feature not only of Chillings's design and concept, but a reference to the Yule Cat that it is inspired by. Okay, now here's one of my all-time favorite Forge Forms, Snowwarg's Forge Form. Once again, it is a sword and a slasher type, as Snowwarg is the version-exclusive counterpart to Chillings. Chillings found exclusively in Pokemon Brain, and Snowwarg being found exclusively in Pokemon Brawn. Snowwarg's signature icy chains make up the blade of the sword, with some chains showcased down the center of the blade. Once again, it is subtle, but if you look closely at the tip of the blade, it is shaped like one of Snowwarg's icy shackles and claws. And Snowwarg's head and tail, much like Chillings's Forge Form, makes up the hilt. Snowwarg also has a lot darker colors in its design, so it took a lot of tweaking to get it just right, which is ultimately why I decided to make the entirety of the blade look like ice, as it helps brighten up the design, and looks great in contrast to the darker colors. Last but not least, we have Rascarade's Forge Form. Just like the other two, it is once again a sword and of the slasher type. This blade, however, is a lot slimmer and sleek, to match Rascarade's suave design. It also has a darker color scheme, so using the white and red from its design to balance it out was a necessity. The hilt is made up of both its faces, and by that I mean the masquerade mask around its eyes, and its tail, which it uses as a decoy face. The blade itself takes shape from its fur coat or suit, which was inspired by the suits traditionally worn to masquerade balls. Rascarade is actually the ace Pokemon of a key character in the Fyrún region. Introducing Isaac. Both a skilled Pokemon trainer, specializing in Dark-type Pokemon, and swordsman despite being blind since birth. His Pokemon have always acted as his eyes, guiding him through the darkness. Now he does the same for his Pokemon in battle, using his heightened and honed senses. When wielding his companion, Rascarade's Forge Form in battle, his attacks are sharp and swift, guided by his bond with his Pokemon's aura armor. He's been tasked by your concerned mother, Professor Aspen, to help keep you safe and train you in how to properly wield a Forge Form in battle. Isaac, while a tough mentor who may come across as standoffish, would do anything to protect those he cares about, including you. But what Isaac didn't tell you is that he is a member of the Fyrún region's Elite Four, and could one day be your adversary if you continue down your path with Team Brain or Team Brawn, which is a large part of why your mother intervened and got him to mentor you, maybe hoping he would steer you away from that path, or at least teach you how to be safe in the future if you were going to be doing something as dangerous as participating in Forge Form battles, or being a member of said Team Brain or Team Brawn. Which your mother, being so overprotective, definitely disapproves of, but she's realized after you've started out on your Pokemon journey that you're headstrong, and she can't really control you anymore, so she's learning in her own way to kind of give up that control, but still doing whatever she can to kind of help protect you. As any good mother, especially in her position as professor, would do. If you haven't noticed by now with the introduction of your mother, Professor Aspen, there is a theme here. Much how I enjoyed representing the Black and LGBTQ+ community within the characters found in the Luika region, while continuing all of that same representation and diversity within the Fyrún region, I wanted to represent even more communities I feel are often overlooked in franchises such as Pokemon. I really wanted to represent people with disabilities, and in a way that is relevant to their roles in the story. I want to show them overcoming what others would perceive as their weakness, and make it their greatest strengths. I also really wanted to make it clear that these characters are so much more than their disabilities, as Professor Aspen is both the region's professor and your mother, and Isaac is your mentor and an Elite Four member. I feel everyone deserves to be seen. The world is a big and diverse place, and I personally feel that the Pokemon world, as magical as it already is, should be just as diverse. So I am really happy to introduce this character, and I hope he resonates with a lot of you, because he will be playing a huge role in the story of the Fyrún region. And if you look closely at his art, you'll even see him wielding Rascarade's Forge form with its aura armor behind him. This will be seen in the artworks for all of the Fyrún region's gym leaders, Elite Four, and characters moving forward, as they will all be wielding a Forge form, as all of the gym leaders and Elite Four members are only using Forge forms as a way to fight Team Brain and Team Bronze Uprising, as they are using Forge forms so prominently in the region. As Team Brain and Team Brawn, using the power of the divine Pokemon leading them, have since resurfaced this ancient and now perceived to be barbaric and dangerous phenomenon, so they would not be using Forge forms when facing a regular Pokemon trainer. But since you and your rival are part of Team Brain and Team Brawn in this storyline, you will be facing them with a Forge form, as you are technically the antagonist in a sense. Okay, now let's take a look at all the Forge forms submitted for the contest. I had a lot to go over. This was a really tough decision to make. Please know that the winners I selected have nothing to do with anyone's artistic talent. I'm not judging your artwork. What I was looking at in these submissions was your creativity and the concepts and the weapon types and Pokemon types I thought best fit the region, as well as didn't really mesh with any of the Forge forms I already had planned. So I had a lot of balancing to do, so please know this was very hard for me. There's so many great submissions to choose from and a lot to really think about. So please, if I didn't select yours, don't take it personally. You guys are really honestly all winners, as cheesy as it sounds. And I'm really excited for everyone on YouTube to get to see your artworks too. So let's have a look at those. We're going to do a slideshow and feature some of them. Then I'm going to announce the winners and why I selected them, as well as some of the slight tweaks I made to the designs. Congratulations to all three of the winners, and thank you again to everyone who participated. It really made my day seeing all of your Forge forms. It was so exciting, and I couldn't be more pleased with the turnout, and I hope you guys are pleased with the final results. Okay, so there are 3 winners of the Forge Form contest, 1 of the Wrecker type, 1 of the Piercer type, and 1 of the Defender type. I ended up picking 3 winners, as you all did such a great job and it was hard to choose, and I ultimately end up posting on Instagram in trios. I picked one of these 3 weapon types for balancing reasons, as I already have a lot of slasher types planned. I also thought they fit best with the 60 or so Forge Forms I already have planned, and their Pokemon type and weapon type combinations. So I had to balance with those. I also really wanted Pokemon that I felt naturally fit the Fyrún region, and all 3 of these Pokemon were already included in my Fyrún decks. So there was a lot to take into consideration in making my decisions and balancing to do. So once again, please know none of these winners were chosen based off of your artwork or artistic ability. It was solely based off of your creativity and how I thought it fit in with the Fyrún region, decks, and the aesthetic I have going for the Forge Forms. So there is a lot to take into consideration in making my decisions. First up, we have the Grand Bull Hammer of the Wrecker type submitted by Pink Ali. This design is gorgeous. I love Grand Bull as it's both pink and gruff, a combination you don't see often. Being more macho, I felt making it a hammer fit its design and concept perfectly, and presented me not only with a solid Wrecker type, but one of the fairy typing, which I think is super unique and fun. I kept this design pretty true to the one submitted, but naturally it's colored, unlike that one, just like Gramble. The changes in the design and its proportions were rather subtle. I just wanted to incorporate more of the Norse markings found in all of my Forge Forms into its design. The next winner was one of my favorites, being a Lance for Roserade of the Piercer type, submitted by Love On Region. This artwork and design were both stunning. I love the concept and execution. I also didn't have any grass type piercers planned, so I felt it helped fill that niche. Once again, I tried to stay true to the design submitted, but made some changes to the hilt to incorporate Roserade's face and the Norse markings, as these are a feature found in all my other Forge Forms, as I just mentioned before. So I felt in order to fit in with that aesthetic I've created, they needed to be added to a couple of these designs. I also felt the red and blue thorns, while really cool, was a little distracting and decided to use the lighter greenish yellow already found in Roserade's design instead. That way the red and blue roses by the hilt stood out more. Last but not least, I selected this Golisopod Shield and Defender type submitted by Drawling Heroi. Those of you who have seen my previous videos know I already had a Forge Form planned for Golisopod, as I teased it as one of my upcoming Forge Forms in one of my previous videos. However, I had originally planned to make it a Scythe, and as I already stated, I have plenty of slashers, and I felt I could use more defenders. So this submission ultimately convinced me to make the switch from a slasher type and Scythe to a defender type and shield. This design probably underwent the most changes of the 3 winners, but that being said, I tried to honor the heart of the design as much as possible, because I really like the concept, but I felt it could look a little more intimidating. All 3 of you did such a great job. I am so happy to welcome these into the Fyrún region. Also, big shout out to artist trainer Mats, who I worked with and commissioned on all 6 of these Forge Form designs. He's an incredible artist, and I couldn't do this without him. So thank you so much, Mats. Anyways, that wraps up today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite of these Forge Forms was, what your favorite submission in the Forge Form contest was. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Please, please, please make sure to follow me to keep up with more content. You guys, once again, I know I said it, did an amazing job with this contest. I loved all of your submissions. You need to hear that because, for me personally, the real reason I create this content is for the creative outlet. I enjoy the creative process. I enjoy coming up with the designs and the concepts. And I know a lot of people try to offer me designs, but I don't want anyone else's design because I do it for the creative outlet. So I feel like these kind of contests are a nice way to let you guys participate and get involved without really interfering too much with what I already have planned. So it's really cool to see all of your creativity and brilliant ideas brought to life. I enjoyed seeing your artworks, and I hope everyone else enjoys them as well. Anyways, it's like 3 in the morning, so I really should get to sleep, but I hope you guys have a good evening or morning or whatever time it is when you're watching this video, and I'll be posting another one here soon.